Mm, mm. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. And stretch. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with this Moses Marquis saying every morning I get up and I am blessed to be alive and see that sunshine. And so are you. We're going to get into it this morning. We're going to talk about growth, that incremental growth, that you used to be a child, now you're a grown ass. And now it's time to talk about your own personal growth. We're going to get into it this morning. I am exhausted a little bit. Been going hard at all these conventions. Went to G4 Live yesterday. I need to get down there again today. Got a couple orders I got to finish, but got to get in the morning marijuana motivation. Got to get this Taurus on. It's Taurus season. It's that determination season. And for most Tauruses, they get it, but for most people, they don't. You know, this ability to grind and shine at the same time. Most people just want to shine and talk about it all the time. It's so much easier to just see the external things rather than see the internal things that make us really happy and really love what we do. We ask ourselves, why am I doing the things that I'm doing, right? And most motivation just comes from desire, wanting to be liked and wanting to be loved. It's pretty much universal. Everybody wants to be made love to and honored and respected. And then they have to ask themselves, how are they honoring and respecting themselves? And that's when we have to ask about our incremental growth. I'm watching these trees, I'm looking at this plant, and the aloes are going real slow, but this one was dying. And it's so cool to like stare at a plant and watch it grow. You can see the phosphorescence in it, not really phosphorescence, but the photosynthesis in it, the green, the light, the energy captured, and the growth. And I don't know how many people really see their energy captured. We talked about being determined yesterday. I didn't have a pass. They want $400, $500, and discount prices are $200. And bless up your life for all those who are determined. Monkey tail gear, get yourself some. And the price, right, is what they say it will be. The cost is what we say it will be. Our growth is going to cost us our old life. And I know it's a cliche now because most people have been saying that on the memes and writing that the new you is going to cost you the old you. And it's so true. You know, you have to get rid of the old you. It can't stick around. That's how change works. It's inevitable that you are going to change. It's inevitable that your change is coming. Not one person stays in one sector or phase in their lives, but that's what we try to do. We try to pretend like growth isn't part of our behavior in our lives too. Day by day we get older, but we don't make the days count. We just see them slip. It's a slow metamorphosis. It's easier when you have like children and you can see, damn kid, you're growing fast. And it's like a plant, a dog. You can see them gain weight, but you can't see yourself gain weight, right? Like you're like, incremental growth is such a slow process that we don't count the drip. And that's what's so cool about Fitbit is now you can see your little drips. The little drips inside you for your heart rate. I was watching it today. I actually downloaded it. I probably should have posted that instead of the fire image, but it was such a cool image that I got last night from the matching party. But the death rates, COVID was on the other end. The next one was heart disease, cancer, and then dropped down here with suicide. Top four killers of people
Now, COVID's new on the scene, but the other ones aren't. Like, we all know heart disease is happening. I have a faulty heart. I'm scared that I'll have a heart. I'm waiting for them to 3D print hearts, or maybe I get a pig heart. But till then, I incrementally, blunt by blunt, sugar by sugar, added to my own heart disease. Drop by drop, it'll be an ocean. And this ocean that is you started from one drop of semen, one drop of egg, and you were created and started to multiply, and now you became part of development. There's no getting out of it. We're all developing, multiplying, and dying every day, and that's just part of growth. It looks so beautiful in springtime, right, when the flowers actually hit, and things actually bloom. And then come wintertime, you don't see nothing. It's all underground. It's all in the roots. And that's what we talk about here at Saints Addiction, the roots. You gotta get to the roots of it, because when you're rooted, right, you can grow many of things, right? Just like the Amazon, you can grow many of things very big, very awesome. And if you're rooted, and I find that our disconnect, right, makes us unrooted, right? We become disconnected with ourselves. That inner talk becomes so small that now, again, the incremental growth grows in a different direction. You stop listening to yourself. You might grind, right, and say, let me just do this job for another 4 years, or let me just keep staying with this person, or the grind. And instead of listening to our souls, right, and making a change within, we'll hold and try to pretend that this situation is going to stay the way that it is. I was looking at something in the 80s of the Eddie Murphy, Mike Tyson, and you're just like, man, that day they showed up, they thought they looked the best, and now they're iconic, and you look at their clothing and go, man, that was a time. There was a time, and now it's gone. I mentioned it, and it's gone. Like a river, the time just keeps going by, and the water's not the same, and neither are you. And I wanted to people to identify that. The powers of incremental growth is so tremendous. It wasn't just showing up to one convention, it's showing up to all the conventions. It makes it easier to shake the handshake. But if you're shaky on handshakes or hugs or introductions or public anything, anxiety, you're going to start here. Everybody started from the drop, and the growth has to be added by you. The change has to be added by you. Some change is inevitable by nature. It doesn't ask you. It doesn't want to. The lapse of the sun count on all of us, and we might not count how many laps are happening till our birthdays, but the growth is incremental. So it's like whatever you're doing, you're adding to something, and to add to something specifically means you're willing to risk your growth through all phases. You're going to go through your larva phase, your pupa phase. You're gonna pupate. Believe it or not, we're in a pupate. We go through puberty, for fuck's sakes, man. We've already gone through adolescent puberty, and that's our change. And then it's like dropping out our teeth and our first row of teeth, and getting gray hairs and hairs falling out. We're pupating. We're shaking off old versions of ourselves, much like a snake. And because of the growth, it has to let go of the old part. The incremental growth just is like a slower drip than this fast Ferrari acceleration of pretending that you made a big change. Saw some friends working out; they were all chunky and stuff. It's so we like watching pools be built in the middle of the jungle, slow motion, hand digging in the ground. We like watching things transform from seedling to tree. We like watching the transformation. I just don't think we necessarily like being a part of the transformation. And if we pictures ourselves more like a species, like a biodiverse um, person on the planet, needs oxygen, needs sunlight, needs growth, like every plant and animal, right? We put ourselves on a biological level. You see that this is completely natural to have growth. And those growing pains, like, between the joints, like my shoulders still get growing pains. These little nicks are the same thing like the branches of the tree. It's so interesting that we branch out, and then eventually that branch that used to be new growth becomes heavy and breaks off. We are that growth. We're the same flower that grew. We're the same leaf that grew that eventually became the branch that grew old and broke away. Be prepared for all cycles. You know, you are in a cycle, a life, and the incremental growth is so substantial. I mean, you could do it from a financial perspective, the compound interest. But these are the compound days of our lives, right? Days of our lives, just like the old. I don't know if there's still a soap opera around for Days of Our Lives, but these are the days of our lives, and they add up. And that's why I keep telling people make goals, do something, find your incremental growth, because now you're trackable, much like your Bitcoin, right? Going down, we can track our growth. We have the ability to have Fitbits. We have the ability to make goals. We have the ability to make a list and say, I want to do X, Y, Z, the wish list. Um, Wish list is kind of more incremental. You know, it's not I want to win the lottery and then you win the lottery the next day. It's the growth of a plant. Like, you wouldn't sit there and watch grass grow, but you are grass growing. And that's so weird for people to see that. It's like, I am grass growing. When's the last time I trimmed my hedges? When's the last time I gave myself a timeout? You know, even the plants wilt at nighttime because they're not producing as hard. The thing looks really strong right now because it's getting its photosynthesis on. But last night, the other night, it was getting kind of cold, and just much like us, it shrivels up and starts to. I don't think we look at growth the same. I don't. I think growth for people is just like a number, like it's our weight or our money. I think that's the one way we grow. It's not in the I used to respond this way and now I responded differently, or or some people do is the um how do I explain this? I want to use good words to open up people's consciousness. You know, our ability to learn new lessons is fascinating. You know, we are the smartest monkeys in the tree, and that has given us tremendous strides in technological advances, education, computer science, tech, fintech, all of it. But as mental health, I mean, it comes almost as fast as we need mental health as much as we need our technology growth. And this one's going, you know what I mean, doubling all the microchips. We haven't doubled our understanding. So the incremental growth is really slow on human behavior, not so much human intelligence. And that's going to be shocking to think that because you get more intelligent, you think your behavior would just speed up and bring it along, and we're developing at uneven rates. What's the use of having the new limbs and the new mind and the new body if you're young, 18, and going off to the army? That's why they catch them young. You don't know your value yet. You're young, dumb, full of cum, and want to do things and get out of your parents' house and be strong. That's where they catch you. Next thing you know, you're sitting in the motherfucker of like Iraq with sand in your crack, going like, "Wow, how did I get here? And please don't let me die on not on natural land." We make decisions not the same speed as our trajectory, and it's so weird to be a player in the game. Oh, I got stuff in my beard. A player in the game. Is that just shiny there? Or? I don't know. Oh, it's the water. I just washed my face. But how awesome would that be to be the type of person that can say, "I want to grow here," and not like I want to just plant seeds because we are planting seeds and like apricots, peaches, but say I want to grow in this area of my life. I want to be able to be a better tree and more rooted at this part of something, and I'm willing to start now, even though it's not going to be a big windfall, but I'm going to become a process of it. This is the new branch of me. This is growing out of me. Before it wasn't there. I keep telling people I got an apple in my hand. You can't see it, but there's an apple. I can see it. I could see it. I don't know sure what kind of apple it is, but I could see it. I could tell to you that it's invisible too because I haven't put in the effort to grow it yet. But it's there. There's a spark and a seed rumbling inside of me, and I wanted to watch it grow. Much like my son, I wanted to watch it grow. I wanted to be part of this process, this growth. I wanted to be near it, and unfortunately, I didn't grow mentally enough for it. So time can become incremental and start ticking, and birth can start ticking. The clock, the talk down, the countdown can start ticking. We were racing to have these births while the rest of us are about to die, and we repeat the cycle because all we have is a cycle. We are on a disc, we're on an orb. It's cyclical. It's not going to just burn us the whole time with sunshine. It's going to give us some shade and reprieve, and this is what we need. I mean, in between there's growth. You can watch the plants. Anybody that's growing weed, very fast plants to grow. They're amazing to watch because they're so quick to grow. And that's what I was hoping human beings would be. Like, you juice it, you're giving it the nitrous, the phosphorus, you're making your plants grow, making all the soil, worm castings, all this stuff, extra attention to their soil, but not to them. It shocked me how much we know about other subjects because we profess our energy to it. We grow that. And this is which I profess to you and propose to you this morning marijuana motivation while I'm getting really high and fucking slanting my eyes is to grow something out of you. It's not there yet, dude. You can call it a goal, you can call it growth. I don't give a fuck what you say, but you're a tree. You branch off of somebody else's branches, other trunk, rooted to something. And from the mycelium to the roots to the trunk to the branches to the leaves, it's all connected. And you have the ability to make a new branch. How fantastic. To say, I want to learn Photoshop and Adobe. Give me another branch. I mean, how many branches do you have in your tree? Are you just a one branch tree? Everybody said a one trick pony, or can't teach an old dog new tricks. Everybody can keep growing at any moment they choose to. They can start spending their time on other things. They can start concentrating and absorbing knowledge that's unknown to them at that moment. This was so cool about, what we do. The downfall of the internet is that we don't connect to each other. The upside is that we're really addicted to knowledge. I know I am. I'll see all the articles and I want to read them front to back. I'm just addicted to reading. Great addiction, but I'm also disconnecting from other realities. I'm only absorbing what is in front of me and I'm binging it instead of going, what's the next thing I want to grow? And that's where I place it. It's like I want to be somewhere. So instead of on like putting in other people and like kicking from ticking from, I can ask, but I'll make it. I'll get in there. I'll make myself available to opportunities. I'll be the type of person that shows up and keeps smiling, and that's what I want to be. I want to be the type of person that shows up and keeps smiling, and that was a growth in me, and because of that growth, I've splintered off and networked, and now I got other growth, and that network's fed itself, and now it's got leaves. Be a tree, bro, just like water. Be a tree, man. We talk about it all the motherfucking time. You could be a big fucking shady tree, dude, and shade the world, or big happy tree, as they would say. More than shady, because shady implies other things, but a happy tree. Like your boy Bob Ross. Paint your happy tree, dude. Be the happiness in your own tree. It's out there and it's a possibility. We just tend to forget our growth. I think it's such a slow process that we don't put our eyes on it, kind of like your trash bag just kind of getting full. Sure, you put each thing in the trash bag, but did you watch it incrementally grow? No, no, you shouldn't be staring at your trash bag. You should be just sitting here smoking blunts with your boy Marky State on the patio. But and focusing on your own growth is really what the deal is. But most people don't sit there and track it and go like, yo, I weigh this much right now, I'd much rather be this. And then when they wish that wish, I mean, because it's way easier to wish it than to lose the weight and change your food habits, right? God forbid we gotta break a habit and choose better habits, right? That's the Saint motto. You gotta choose better habits. You gotta find it within yourself to say, hey, I put myself in this habit and I made this growth incremental and I got myself here to this fat level. What if I changed it? What if I said this is not acceptable? What if I now give myself a new goal to lose weight? I look down and I feel great. I'm like, wow, I really did that. Not in like a stupendous, I got six pack abs and I'm rolling my fingers over and playing the guitar, but I distinctly remember being bigger and I distinctly remember being not so healthy. You know, I mean, don't you want to feel healthy? Healthy is wealthy. I just had a big good talk about 10 million, blah, 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 all sorts of blah, blah, blah. You know, everything. He was talking about everything, band, sound. I mean, I met a lot of heavy hitters at this event, but he told it straight up: health is wealth. I mean, if you can't enjoy it, if your body can't cooperate with you, then you're not doing it right. It won't happen right. It just can't possibly happen. You got to take care of your vessel. So not only are you the master and commander of your own ship and what direction it goes and where you sail and what port you pull into and who do you hire as staff and sailors and all hands on deck. So now all of a sudden it's also the quality of your ship. And are you constantly building onto this ship? And that's something most people don't do. They don't take their ship back out of water and scrape barnacles so they can move forward. You know, you got to scrape the barnacles. It's a hard, heavy, nasty fucking job. Who wants to get underneath the moss and the fucking gross and everything and scrape this motherfucker that's slowing you down? Get in there. Get in there. Get yourself a fucking scraper, bro. Get yourself a scraper. Start working, and now your mind's on something else than what the fuck didn't go right and all the regrets. Now I'm absorbed in something else. Now I got a fresh start, fresh mind. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Hold up. Let me get another smoke break. Talk to my friends. Get outside. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not just on this boat. I'm fixing my boat. I'm making it grow. The water's slippery, Odie. Slippery. Slippery. You know, like he was saying in the movie, Howard Hughes, he didn't want the rivets or the bumps. He wanted the rivets, man. You got to be slippery. And are you being slippery? Are you being smooth in the water? Have you perfected some of the things, or you still got barnacles slowing you down in your life? So there's work to be done. It's incremental, scrape by scrape. Get these barnacles off you. We're not whales. We got appendages. Just peel them bitches off and go, this hasn't been working for me, dog. But I want this to work for me. I want this new branch to work for me. I want it to reach out. I want to start networking. I want to meet new people. I want to make new friends. These leaves, these happy trees are for us all. And that's what I was trying to explain to people. Is just you have the ability to have incremental growth if you choose to do something, even in the slowest of forms, even in the slowest of things, even in the choosing a water over soda, choosing to smile over frown, choosing to go instead of stay, choosing to hold instead of fold, bro. Like there's so many choices that we have. Getting up early, staying up later, drinking, not drinking, everything adds up incrementally, and that's where we are. We're at this kind of growth. We're at incremental growth, and that's what I want for you to have is your own growth. And you can look at your own branches and trees and be admire your flowers and sit there and go with my little iced tea on the porch, going like, yeah, it's a lot of hard work, like a farmer. You know, it's all a lot of farmer and shit. So I don't know what else to say. Cans oh, they're cleaning up. How cool. I was like, please do. Clean up after all these fools. Clean up after ourselves. We got to clean up our souls. You know, we got work to do. I know me and myself personally, I keep, calling my little brother, apologizing to him, and slow messaging some of the girls I burnt and friends and reached out. I mean, some people maybe we don't belong together, but they do deserve an apology. They do deserve to see that growth and changed growth, a new form of you. Right? That's what's really cool is introduce them to a new form of you. You got a way to say to somebody, hey man, let me introduce you to the new me. You know, not this is not that was not just January, but the new me, the new and improved me, the one that wants to show up and smile and never give up and do a lap around that whole building, dog. I walked around the whole building just to find the entrance, just to get in, just to be a part of it, and then I did. So, today's another day. It's day two of it. I don't really know if I want to be down there. It's a lot of work, man. So that's where it's at. The Am I the guy that talks myself out of things or motivation? I'm really lit right now, but that's some good weed from yesterday. But different strains, but that's my homie too. You ready, bro? You got my eyes. It's Chinese. He fucked me up. My buddy's definitely ready. I'm fucking lit. So I'm gonna do half a show. But anyway, wrecked me. I didn't expect that. But when you get to be the type of person that can control that decision, right? That's why I called it Saints Addiction. I had to be the person that was more saintly than addicted. I wanted to be the same type of person that, because I was always a try hard, but like now my energy was going behind things that I wasn't necessarily trying to manifest, right? What are we growing here? You know, what fields or flowers or weeds are you growing? And I'm talking happy trees. So the trees are inside of us and it's growing, and the decision of what direction it's growing are dictated somewhere between the shine, the light source, your nutrients you're giving yourself, and also who's taking care. So, this is so imperative for our growth. Every one of us has this incremental growth happening to us. They're like moss growing all slow, like, but taking a shot at making this work is so tremendous. Taking a shot and making even a small thing go. I guess that's what's happening is what I'm pitching to the modern era is an agricultural state, right? Like when you had to normally watch everything grow, you'd be a part of the seasons, your chickens. I thought it was genius. My friend from Texas, I got a shout out to Coda. You saw him. If you want to watch the show again, got him on live. So tremendous for him to switch his life around and say, I don't do coke no more. He used to be so into it, driven, and wasting his money on all these other things when he could have had a dream and starts his own trucking business. And now he has a big fucking hauler. He still has his Harley. He still has his truck. He still has what he now he's got an acre of land, now he's got a chicken coop, now he's got space, now he's got his own lake. I mean, there's so many things that he has now because he didn't gave up the cocaine to get the land, gave up the coke for Coda. Man, he chose himself over a drug. He chose himself and the possibility, because it's not still all guaranteed, but the possibility to this life. So when I look at these things, it's amazing to me. If I look at these things, years ago, I knew I had a big dream. I knew I was going to do a lot of things. I was just like double gulp. Oh my God, I'm about to do this. But that's how tree trunks are grown. I mean, everybody doesn't look at the samplings and go, oh, you're going to be a big tree trunk one day. Of course, you're going to be a big tree trunk one day. You started to grow. Yeah, allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm a new growth. I allowed myself to incrementally grow, and however painful it was, the change needed to happen to get to that fresh light and get a new branch reaching towards it, getting that energy, getting it from the light. And that's what we do. We shine, we get it from the light, and we make sure that our lights feel it. So that's what I want people to do. I want them to get some shine on them. I want them to be able to feel it and say, I'm growing. Say it with me now. I don't normally do this, but I'm growing. I'm changing. I'm supposed to change, and change is okay. It's your boy Marky Saint. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I got shit to do. Get in this game. It's a half hour of my time. Hopefully you get your shine. Don't forget to shine. Shine on. Oh, that's amazing. At Saints brand. And go be blessed, not stressed. That's the whole plan. And allow yourself to grow, right? Reach out like the branches. Go be blessed, not stressed. It's your boy Marky Saint. Peace and love. And as always, Chigapan. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. What was I going to tell you guys? Yesterday, go check out that G4 Live Summit. It was really cool. And then we'll talk to you when I get down there again today. Gotta get that hustle, gotta get that grind. Ask my feet, ask my back, but um, ask my growth. Boom, baby. Boom. See you on the other side. Ciao.